me, your host, the FF Inferno, at FF_Inferno on Twitter. Once again, you're listening to the Inferno Fantasy Football podcast, only on Spreaker. Today, we're going to go over our first draft. Yes, I know, kind of crazy. It's February, and I did my first draft already. It was actually a Dynasty startup. You know, it is what it is. It's February. Don't know what's going on. It's the last day of February, February 28th, Tuesday night. We're right on the verge of the NFL Combine and right on the verge of NFL free agency. Free agency starts next week. The Combine starts this week. I'm checking that out. See how that happens, or see what happens, and how everything is going to play out with the Combine and free agency. For this show, though, I wanted to go over the draft. It was the actual second draft of the KFFSC. I was fortunate enough to win the KFFSC, the 2016 KFFSC main event. I won $7,500, free team, and a main event draft in the FFPC. The FFPC is actually drafting now as well. They've got their draft experts leagues and draft experts, the best ball leagues. They also got some Superflex leagues going on over there. I might want to check them out. I might drop into one here pretty soon. It's almost March, and I've only done one draft, so yeah. Anyways, another new venture before we talk about that is I am now a consultant at fantasyfootballking.com. So if you would like to would like me to help you out with your draft, go on over to fantasyfootballking.com and check it out and send us an email, and we'll see what we can work out for you. Once again, that's fantasyfootballking.com. I'm one of the consultants, and you'll find my friends Chris and Patrick over there. Also, good guys, knowledgeable for fantasy football. Go over there, fantasyfootball.com. What else? Let's see. I'm on Twitter at FFInferno, FF_Inferno.com. You can also find some of my posts on Instagram at Inferno Fantasy Football. Yeah. Sometimes I post there. I don't post there as much as I would like to. I'm always on Twitter because Twitter is, where everybody goes to. If you'll find all Dynasty Twitter, draft Twitter, NFL draft Twitter, and fantasy football Twitter in general, you'll find that all there on Twitter. Not on Facebook yet. Maybe that's something I will look into here within the next few weeks. Make an Facebook page for FF Inferno. Anyways, again, don't forget fantasyfootballking.com. That's my new, part-time job. I'll be doing some consulting there. Here, joined again with my three dogs, Charger, Raven, and Packer. If you don't remember, they are named after NFL teams. I was a San Diego Charger fan, and I'm kind of on the fence of if I'm going to become a Los Angeles Charger fan. I mean, I can't, rename my dog. I think I'll be good until Phillip Rivers retires. I'm a big Rivers fan. He's been there for the past 13, 14 years. Can't, get away from him. Can't, not support him. So I think once Rivers and Antonio Gates retire, I think I will And if they're still in Los Angeles, deep in my hearts of hearts, and I know this is for all San Diego fans and all actual football fans in general, the Chargers belong in San Diego. The owners just want to make more money, and that's understandable, but the owners, broke a lot of hearts, including mine, quite possibly my dog, named Chargers, his heart too. But again, we'll see what happens. 5, 10, 15 years down the road, I think I think they'll end up back in San Diego. Anyways, not going to go over any news and notes right now. It's still, again, it's the off season. Even just today, February 28th, 2 notable running backs got not released. Well, Jamal Charles got released off the Kansas City Chiefs. And yeah, that's pretty surprising. And Adrian Peterson is no longer a Minnesota Viking after however many seasons. So, that's kind of crazy. Those two guys, Charles has been with his team forever, and Adrian Peterson, AD all day, has been with his team forever. And, again, we'll see what happens after the Combine. We'll see what happens when free agency starts next week. And again, not again, I don't think I've said this yet, this podcast, but during this off season, I think we're going to do podcasts once a month. So I'll be doing another podcast in May. Actually, no, wait. Oh my goodness. We're recording this late at night and losing my brain. It's February, so next month is March, and I promise we'll have a March podcast for you. But let's go over this draft. Technical difficulties there. Sorry about that. Anyways, I lost my train of thought there. My bad. I thought next month was March or May. Oh, late at night. I apologize. Let's get to talking fantasy football. I am going crazy tonight. Anyways, KFFSC, the Kentucky Fantasy Football State Championship. Again, I won the main event last year. Was invited to this league. Promptly joined, of course. It's a Dynasty startup. We signed up on Valentine's Day, and that's what it's called. It's the Big Valentine's Dynasty startup. Some heavy hitters in this draft. Ann Paddock, she actually beat me in the Bluegrass bound draft, sponsored by the KFFSC again. She beat me last game of the season there. I was in the lead all throughout that league until she beat me the last game. So she's in this league. Legion of Boom, I've seen him before in Dynasty leagues. Brandon Hake is the owner of that team. Ray Chung is another notable player. He's from Hong Kong. Some veteran players. FF Ghost is in there. Mike Mattingly. And Leroy Carson from the FFPC guys is also in that draft. Then you have me. There's also another person here, Biplab Mondal. I play with him in another FFPC Dynasty team. So it's nice to see him there as well. He's a very good player as well. So again, some heavy guns in this draft. Lots of experts and veteran fantasy players. So hopefully, I can hold my own during this draft. I picked dead last. It's a 12-team league, Dynasty, PPR. You start 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end. You also have a flex spot, plus the kicker and defense. So it's a pretty traditional scoring roster and scoring system. But again, it's Dynasty. What's unique about this draft, though, is this was the first part of it. 16 rounds. There's no rookies. Okay, you can't draft rookies yet. The rookies will be drafted in another draft coming in August. I think it's going to be a 12-round draft. And then in August, you have to cut down your roster to 22. That's your whole team. So, yeah, it's a Dynasty team. I'll be keeping this team next season. There's a season after that. This will be my 8th Dynasty team. I have the itch, but I really shouldn't be buying any more Dynasty teams. But, hey, it happens. I signed up for it. I might sign up for another one. Hopefully I, don't get too carried away. The first round here, first pick, Ezekiel Elliott by Ann. Second pick, Odell Beckham Jr. Third pick, Mike Evans. Fourth pick, David Johnson. Fifth pick, Le'Veon Bell. Sixth pick, and this is a surprise to me. It's still kind of, it's the mid-first round, and I wouldn't have drafted him here. Todd Gurley by Robert Sangerman. Okay, number 6 in the first round. Number 7, Antonio Brown. Number 8, Devonta Freeman. Number 9, DeAndre Hopkins. Number 10 by Biplop Mondal. Very good pick here. Julio Jones. I would have probably taken him up there where Todd Gurley was. Okay, probably 4 or 5 picks before that. I definitely would have picked him before DeAndre Hopkins and Devonta Freeman. So, pick 11, Amari Cooper. He's been going early. From what I've seen in mock drafts and other drafts, dynasty drafts where they post the results on Twitter, he's been going early, around there 10, 11. 9, 10, 11 in dynasty startups. So, he's a young talent, can put up the stats, but I don't know if I would be picking him there. So next comes my pick. I picked 12, had the back-to-back picks, and I go with A.J. Green and Melvin Gordon. Okay, I would have picked Melvin Gordon before Todd Gurley there. Very interesting, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 running backs go in the first round. Starting off with Ezekiel Elliott with the first round. I think that's going to be the norm in dynasty startups and redraft. You'll see 4 to 5 running backs drafted in the first round this year because they were so good last year. A lot of people, especially PPR leagues, went wide receiver first, and top 3 players, Le'Veon Bell, David Johnson, and Ezekiel Elliott, all running backs. I would not be surprised to see Devonta Freeman and Melvin Gordon in that first round as well. Let me go over the second round really quick. Melvin Gordon, Allen Robinson, Des Bryant, T.Y. Hilton, Brandon Cooks, Jay Ajayi, Jordan Howard, Michael Thomas. Love that pick. I really would have wished Michael Thomas would have, came to me in that round. I love Michael Thomas in that second or third round if he falls to me. Keenan Allen after Michael Thomas, Sammy Watkins, Jarvis Landry, Jordy Nelson. So kind of a mix there as well. 3 running backs and the rest wide receivers for that round. In this draft, it's third round reversal, so I actually had the next pick there. If you don't know what a third round reversal draft is, you draft the first 2 rounds, but in the third round and each other round after that, it's reversed. The order is reversed. So first, third, 5th, 7th, 9th, 11th, 13th, and 15th round were all reversed. And I happened to be at the end, so I got to pick again. I actually went with Lamar Miller in that pick there. So I went 2 running backs and 1 wide receiver in my first 3 picks. Just to go over my team really quick, I posted this on Twitter as well. You can find it at FF_Inferno. And you'll see that. I posted my team on there. I might post I think I posted it on Instagram as well, Inferno Fantasy Football. And If not, I will post it on my blog, infernofantasyfootball.weebly.com. Lots of sites now. Inferno Fantasy Football, fantasyfootballking.com is where I consult at. Lots of stuff for this season. It's only February, albeit the last day of February. I think we are going to start going hot and heavy in the drafting, online drafting here, starting in March. MFL 10 started too. Yay! Yay, yay. And I've seen it on Twitter as well. Lots and lots of people already started drafting MFL 10s. And I'm also in a Scott Fish League, the Capital Pigs 2 League, which hasn't actually started yet. That's an auction league. One of my first major auction leagues I've ever been in. I mean, I've been in some minor ones on ESPN and Yahoo, but I haven't been in an actual auction league with a bunch of experts and veteran players. So that'll be an experience. That's a very unique league as well. I'll probably put it in it once we start drafting and start the auction. I'll put up some blog posts and let you know the status there as well. And next month's podcast, if we make any progress in that Capitalist Pigs 2 league, I will keep you guys posted. So one last thing here. I just wanted to go over my KFFSC Big Valentine Dynasty Startup Team. I went with AJ Green, Melvin Gordon, Lamar Miller, DeMarco Murray. So 3 out of my first 4 picks are running backs. Then I went Kelvin Benjamin, Michael Crabtree, Malcolm Mitchell, Rashad Perryman. So I went 4 receivers in a row, 2 young guys, Malcolm Mitchell and Rashad Perryman. Then I went Danny Woodhead, another running back. Then in the 10th and 11th round, I went back-to-back, took my quarterbacks, Jameis Winston and Dak Prescott. I think in the Dynasty League, they're young. Prescott, a rookie last year, rookie of the year last year. And I think they will be my quarterbacks for the next 10 years. If you haven't noticed yet through 11 rounds, this might have been a mistake on my part. I didn't pick a tight end yet. So in the 12th round, I went Kobe Fleener. Didn't do so well last year. I think I'm going to be looking for a tight end in that rookie draft coming up in August. Now, I do have the first pick, though, because I had the 12th pick here. So I have a first pick. I think I'm going to go with one of the big guys, unless I trade this pick, of course. You know, either Leonard Fournette or Dalvin Cook. And possibly in that second round go tight end. So, anyways, took Kobe Fleener in that 12th round of the Dynasty Startup. And you'll never guess who I got in the 13th round. He fell way, way down. He just got released today by the Kansas City Chiefs. Running back Jamal Charles. 13th round. Just got released today. Will be signing somewhere else. Maybe, unless he takes a lesser deal to go back to the Chiefs, which might happen as well. And he's injured. He tore his ACL twice. Well, I guess one in one knee and tore the other one in the other knee as well. But he just fell way too far. He could not give up that value. 13th round. So then I went Allen Hurns, took another tight end, Jason Witten, who's also in danger of being released by the Cowboys. And then Chris Hogan with my last pick, roster filler there, the last 3 picks. So, yeah, that is my team so far. Probably going to start drafting more here. I'll be dropping in probably a FFPC Draft Experts. They're starting Dynasty Startups as well. So we'll see if I can gather up some funds and start another Dynasty Startup there. I really should not be drafting any more Dynasty teams. There's too many to keep track. This will be my 8th one here. If I get another one, it'll be my 9th one. And I really hope Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see. If I have an itchy trigger finger, I might pull the trigger on another Dynasty team. Who knows? Definitely we'll get in on some MFL 10s and some other leagues. Yeah. Draft excerpts, more best ball is pretty much the safest thing to do right now because you don't know what's going on. We haven't had the combine yet. We haven't been through the first week of free agency yet. So we will see what happens within the next week or two. I probably should be able to fit in some more drafts and continue on with this fun hobby of ours, fantasy football. And that's about all. Next time, hopefully we'll have some more drafts under my belt. We'll talk more about Dynasty, my Dynasty teams, MFL 10s, early draft strategy. Combine will be over. We'll talk about some rookies and anything else that's on my mind. So that's all for this podcast. Once again, I'm Mark Salinas, the FF Inferno. You're listening to the Inferno Fantasy Football Podcast. You'll find me on Twitter at FF_Inferno, Instagram, Inferno Fantasy Football, and my blog is infernofantasyfootball.weebly.com. So until next time, goodbye. I said bye.